Okay. You know. What's up, family? We gonna get the show started here in a few, so stand by. Really didn't want to go live, cause my ego be fucking with me sometime. But my higher self say, shit, I done put my 10 hours watching Uncle Bobby now, right? And it's time for me to put my time in. Then I'm done, right? Done talking to people after I put my time in. Bottom line. But happy Apollo Day, right? Or what y'all like to call Sunday. I'm just calling it for what it is, right? To get the energy right. Cause it's deep. So I guess we're gonna go and start it up. Let people come in as they come in. Right? If not, it's all good. It's all good. I'm a little wavy today, so bear with me, right? Bear with me. And we gonna go on in. We gonna work backwards, a little backwards today. Cause I wanna, go into this mind control thing first. Then we gonna go into the last little part I wanna read in the Metal Human. And we gonna be set. So y'all can understand how this thing really truly works. And I know it's gonna be fire because they trying to mess with the live, right? Internet been tripping lately, but it's all good. It's all good. Cause the energy is just so high and fire. It's throwing off everything. We finna start it up though. Yeah, I know what I can write to it now. Yeah, I'm gonna rock it like that. I remember running them streets just to get something to eat. Now look at me, yeah, I made it. I remember chasing some hoes that almost went broke. Yeah, they wanted my soul. You can't have it, baby. I remember running them streets just to get something to eat. But now look at me, yeah, I made it. I remember running them hoes, and I almost went broke. Wanted my soul, you can't have it, baby. I remember running them streets just to get something to eat. Now look at me, yeah, I made it. I remember chasing some hoes, man, I almost went broke. Yeah, they wanted my soul, you can't have it, baby. So silly, hey, y'all better not steal my shit. I know niggas like to steal, you know what I'm saying? Write that down soon I get off live. For real, man. Rising power to pop, you know what I'm saying? All the guards just, in the other rounds, right? For real. I remember running them streets just to get something to eat. But now look at me, yeah, I made it. I remember chasing some hoes. Man, I almost went broke. For real, man. They wanted my soul, you feel me? Can't have it, baby. For real, man. I remember running up and down those streets, man. Trying to find me something to eat. You know what I'm talking about? I remember chasing some hoes. Man, I almost went broke. Man, it wanted my soul. You can't have it, baby. Hmm. I remember running them streets just to get something to eat. Now look at me. Yeah, I made it. I remember chasing some hoes. Man, I almost went broke. Yeah, they wanted my soul. You can't have it, baby. I remember running them streets just to get something to eat. Now look at me, yeah, I made it. I remember chasing some hoes, man, I almost went broke. Yeah, they wanted my soul, you can't have it, baby. All right, family. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crisis Counseling. You know, it's me, Mikhail, the Galactic Human, right? But we keep it real and we keep it transparent. So, yeah, like I said, happy Apollo Day, right? Or what we call Sunday. And happy Father's Day to all the father figures, right? All the true father figures out there, man. I'm not a father, but uh, like my pops told me, man, I've been raising myself for this long, you know what I'm saying? The father within me, right? The father within me. So peace to him, man. I never truly really had a father figure growing up. Uh, and that's cool. Now, let me take that back because I feel my nigga coming through right now. My cousin Vance, man. When I was running up streets, you know what I'm saying, sagging and selling that shit and was just, in the hood every day. He was like the only OG, right? The only father figure that was speaking to me, when my pops went in my life, right? Uh, I remember it like yesterday, man. He seen me and he was just telling me, like, bro, what's your plans? Like, who really on your team and how you know they really on your team, right? And he motivated me. He the one that motivated me to go to Job Corps, right, and get my trade after I had got out of jail and shit. You know what I'm saying? So peace to him, man. He took his own life after, his wife was basically, about to leave him, right? He shot her and then he shot himself, you know what I'm saying, right there in front of his kid, you know. And I just felt him coming through right there, like, hold up, nigga. Like I said, he changed my life in a major way. Who else, man? My auntie husband, Uncle Lindo, right? We never really chopped it up like that, but he was always there, you know what I'm saying, when we wanted something, you know what I'm saying, and he always was, keeping us laughing and, you know what I'm saying, through the shit we was going through, right? He changed my auntie life, married her, you know what I'm saying, and, moved her up out the hood, man. That, he was a major father figure in my life as well. Who else? My god uncle, man. My god uncle, Uncle Mike, man. Shoot, hey, he was the first person to hand me my first Zero album, right? King of the Ghetto. That shit had me, man, lit, right? And he was the one that kept me motivated on doing this music, you know what I'm saying? And he was the one that told me when we die, we the ones that's gonna judge ourselves, right? You not gonna be standing in front of this man that you think that's in the sky or whatnot. He the one that told me that shit, by reading all them different books he was reading, and you know what I'm saying, and he just came through sharing us the knowledge, right? Excuse me. So today we're gonna be reading off and we're gonna start off backwards. Like I said, we're gonna read off into the introduction of Mind Control by I think his name Donalyn Jones or something like that. We're gonna post it later because I don't feel like getting out the Kindle because, like I said, the energy is so high that all of the technology is messing up, right? So ain't no telling how long this shit gonna be really working, because as the energy of the earth is rising, it's throwing off the frequencies of this technology that we dealing with, right? So we gonna start off into the mind control 101, read a few chapters in that, and we gonna switch over and back into the Metal Human book where we ask the different questions, so you know what level you on, and you know what I'm saying, if you a energy vampire or if you trying to mind control somebody, because depending on what level you on, the score you gonna get, I think something like that, because I already tested myself and I already got like 100 on that bit, because I know I'm Metal Human, right? Because when you on this spiritual path, you gonna see, you know what I'm saying, what it really is, right? I'm isolated from all the different stuff, different people, the things that I used to do. I don't do them things no more. And so for this that, people not gonna like you if you on that level, right? And that's cool. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's all cool because that's how you know you actually on the path. If everybody like you, you not crazy enough, right? That's the saying that I said, right? So we finna go into it, and we take our time because I got the whole rest of the week to myself, right? When I put my work in the rest of the week, I just call in, stay at home. So I got time to spend with y'all today. So this book was written to appeal the wide range of people who can apply its knowledge in the area, I'm sorry, I apologize. I want to say I'm sorry. Because remember, we got to be careful how we speak it now. Because this language is all crazy, right? You could talk yourself into some shit just by speaking. So in the area of human interaction, right? Your ambitions, your ambitions may vary as much as your interests, right? Your interests, like what you like, what you think you like, right? It might be some type of mind control. You don't know. So let's continue. Whether you seek world domination or to merely better your in interpersonal communications, right? This book will have something for you. It is safe to say that only the yeah, it is safe to say that the only person who will not benefit from applying this knowledge is the individual isolated from all human contact, right? There have been many people who have preceded you, right? They think they really know you, right? And you and anyone else can learn from them, right? You can learn from anybody else. I've learned from so many people that I had to separate myself to learn who I truly am. Y'all watched the video earlier with Alan Watts was saying, you know, you have to isolate. You at one point in your life, you're gonna have to isolate yourself, right? Even the Bible speaks about this. That man's supposed to lead the nest, right? You can't be under mama and daddy all your life, right? So let's continue. You can study them or use them as models of behavior. Who are these people? Like Martin Luther King, right? You know, Napoleon, Alexander, you know, the fake. I ain't gonna say the great, right? uh, John Wayne, even Darth Vader, right? And the list goes on, but I ain't gonna say all these people names. So this is the introduction to mind control. Like I said, I'm reading this out of Mind Control 101, a book that the God Brother Panic actually advised people to read. And so some just told me to touch on this first before we do the meta human question and everything. To understand the process of mind control, it is necessary to have a basic understanding of the human mind. They saying the human mind, but we already said your mind is something different. So we talking about the human brain, right? Your human brain, because the mind is universal. The mind can reach in different realities, different planets. Your mind. So wanted to clear that up. People make decisions on every level in a way that it is unique to each of them, right? We all think on a certain level. You know what I'm saying? We all think on a certain level that is unique to every person on this planet. Like your story is unique, right? My story is unique. Nobody has the same story unless they're a clone or some shit, right? Those decisions are based on mental filters, right? We talk about the different filters that they lay over your mind because these different beliefs. That's what the filters are, right? That's why you can't listen to certain people until you get on a certain level. Like how I used to have to listen to Uncle Bobby, all those different videos. I'd have watched all the motherfuckers, right? And then I got to a certain level where I could listen to the God Brother Panic, right? But at first I couldn't deal with it because he was doing all that cussing. But then we learned that shit just something that we created, right? Then I could be able to listen to him. Those decisions are based on mental filters that are used to perceive the self, right? Yourself, what you think you are, your ego, your body, your physical body in its environment, right? The stuff that's around you, right? Why I had to change my environment because I was going to keep thinking the same way. These filters are best understood in the form of questions that people ask themselves, right? You got to ask yourself these questions because if you don't, you just keep living in the illusion, right? When I started being by myself, isolated, I started asking all these different questions, right? Why I was seeing all these different stuff that most people don't see because they stuck in the illusion. Keep in mind that these questions are asked unconsciously, right? Unconsciously. Therefore, people are unaware of these questions, right? They are unaware of them, but they can be deduced
by a person's behavior and the way they react to events. Right? Happy Father's Day, right? The old me would have been mad, you know what I'm saying, at my dad. But when he freed me, it changed the way how I reacted. Boy, I used to be a bad little motherfucker because my mama and daddy wasn't in my life. They weren't there to give me the shit I wanted and spoil me. And you know what I'm saying? Give me that love that most kids used to get, right? But when he freed me and told me, hey, I always wanted to be in your life. But certain people didn't want me to be there. And so they told you what they wanted to tell you. And like we was reading in the Metal Human book, you believe that shit, it changes your DNA. It changes the way you see things. It changes all of that stuff. So that's why I say peace to my pops, because he freed me. We ain't got to speak no more, ever. I ain't got to see him ever. But he freed me from that little, you know what I'm saying, reaction that I used to have, right? Used to be mad as fuck at him, right? Until he told me what the truth was. I was like, man, that freed me, bro. The questions are not the same in every context, right? It's not the same in every context. So, depending on what you dealing with and what you viewing and what you questioning, right? It's not going to be the same question. A person may take major decisions about a relationship based on the questions, right? The question that they have about this relationship. Let's continue. Would this person provide me with security, right? Right? Would this person provide me with security? That's one of the questions. But in the context of buying a car, the question might be, will it get me attention or vice versa, right? We breaking you down to how the ego works, right? Because sometimes your ego be asking these questions you don't know though. So you got to know the difference between your mind and your fucking ego, right? Like I was telling y'all earlier, my ego was telling me these motherfuckers ain't listening, but my higher self said, you got to put in the work now. It's your time to shine, regardless whether they believe it or want to see it or not. You got to put your 10,000 hours in, and then you can wash your hands, the blood off your hands, right? It's by getting the blood off your hands, waking these motherfuckers up, regardless if they listening or not. You putting out the information, Nical, right? These questions might be numerous and have a heresy of property, right? For example, determining whether to consider someone as a sexual partner, right, may involve having to fulfill the following questions. We finna go into these questions, right? Does everybody want to know what's holding them back from being single? What's we finna get into it, because like I said earlier, everybody don't like the truth like you think they do, right? You think they like the truth. No, some people like the motherfucker lies more than the truth. And I learned from a young age, when I was doing all that lying and shit, my auntie used to get on my ass, man, because I couldn't keep my lies straight. I wasn't a good liar. And so people gonna hate you when you telling the truth, right? Like I told y'all in the experience I had, when the spirit showed me, if everybody stopped fucking lying, how crazy this world would be. You think the world crazy now? If everybody stopped lying and just told the real truth, people would go mad around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue. Am I attracted to their appearance, right? That's one of the first questions we like to ask. Am I attracted to this person's appearance, right? Do I feel safe with this person? Let's continue. Can I see myself having sex with this person? That's one of the biggest parts, right? Niggas want to know if they can, can they see themselves having sex with this woman, right? That's one of the biggest questions. Can I see myself having sex with this person more than once, right? Because that's another thing, right, with niggas. Niggas be like, man, if I can see myself with her more than one time, man, it'll be something real, right? Nigga hit that thing and quit that thing. And you're wondering why. All these questions are asked unconsciously. Will I for, will I feel good about myself, right? That's another major. Will I feel good about myself if I have sex with this person, right? And so on. So let's continue. People will respond differently to the same situations, though, depending on the questions or the filters that's been placed on their brain, the software they ask, right? The one person facing the loss of a job may ask, man, what I did wrong, right? In which case they notice, find or create what they did wrong, right? Instead of looking at it different, like, hey, maybe the spirit wanted me to get another job. This job ain't for me, right? I'm doing all this shit and they don't appreciate it, right? But we automatically, the brain, not the mind, the brain automatically asks these questions. Conscious, besides your mind, which is the unconscious. Let's continue. Where we left off at, yeah. They find or create that they did wrong, right? Instead of looking at it as a good thing. Another person in the same situation may ask unconsciously, how is it how is this an opportunity for me, right? That's how I'm always thinking. You know, whether it's a job loss or a breakup or, somebody flaked on me or somebody hating on me. I look at it as an opportunity for me instead of something bad, right? And see the same situation as an opportunity. We just got through saying it. Much to the amazement or in amusement of many rational thinkers, there is no end of people who habitually focus on the problems, right? Like we say, what you focus on grows. What you focusing on grows, because your mind, your subconscious mind, don't know the difference between reality, illusion, and all the other bull jive that they've been placing in front of you, into your eyes, rather than the solutions to things life throws at them, right? Of course, none of these questions are asked on a conscious level. Many of these questions slash filters are so deeply ingrained that it may offend people, right? That's why people don't like the truth. We finna keep going. That's why people don't like the truth like you think they do. They rather you lie to their ass, right? A man can lie to a woman all fucking day and she'll soak that shit up, right? It's crazy. It go both ways though. If they are asked to consider the situation in any other possible way, right? The degree which you can direct a person's filters in the unconscious questions they ask themselves is the degree to which you can direct their thoughts and actions, what we call mind control. In other words, mind control, this holds true of the questions you ask yourself as well, right? Because like Ken Billion said, words are spells, words create worlds. So understanding this, you can start your journey of learning mind control by examining your own filters and your slash questions that lead you to make decisions. And at the same time, observe the people around you as well. That's why I say you got to be vigilant. If they actions, if they words ain't matching they actions, you know something up. A couple of filters slash questions you could add to your own personal uh, repertoire for the purpose of learning mind control is what can I assume is true of this person, right? That's why I tell people don't study me, study with me, because you can assume all day, right? Your mind will play games with you and play tricks on you, and you thinking that this person some a certain way, but that's really not them. That's not overly apparent. And how can I direct their attention in order to get my outcome, right? That's how this world works. They trying to get your outcome. Everybody thinking all this marching and protesting, doing something, but that's the outcome they want you to do. Versus like the Duke of Tears was saying on the video I shared earlier. If you didn't watch it, you need to take your time and watch that video. He broke everything down and showed us how your death put money in their pocket. You don't know how you don't know how powerful you are, and you don't even know how much you truly are worth, right? We are the Moors, right? We are the Moors, right? We are the royal priesthood, a chosen generation. But they put us under a spell. And now it's 2020. They don't want to give us what they owe. Y'all think it's just reparations, right? No. This is supposed to be a constant breaking bread that they supposed to be doing. And they trying to figure out how to figure this shit out. Well, they ain't got to give all of it up. And they can keep on eating. He broke all of it down. But y'all don't want that truth. You worry about this fake white supremacy stuff, all that. And we kings and queens, right? Gods and goddesses. Let's continue. Where we left off at. How can I direct their attention in order to get out my outcome? You will be surprised how much you learn. Mind controls goes by many names, right? Persuasion. We talked about persuasion, right? Seduction, right? Manipulation, sales skills, right? Politics, advertising, and so on, right? All of these things are a form of mind control. So you got to understand that as well as I do, right? The one thing that they all have in common is the desire to change people's minds and behavior, right? I want to add beliefs on there as well. But your mind, people's minds and behavior, that's how mind control works. Now I ask you, is this simple? What do you say? Now I ask you, is this common? You bet it is. In fact, it is one of the main functionings of communication. Like we said, even language is mind control because these words have a certain meaning to it, regardless of how you use it. It has certain meaning to it. And if you're gonna use the English language, you gotta know how you talking, right? Which words you using, because you casting a spell regardless whether you believe it or you not. It is what it is. Yes, even when you are talking to yourself, right? Even when you talking to yourself. We said this in one of the videos, how you talk to yourself. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff matters. Absent of any mental disorder, right? You can talk to yourself, but we talk about without any mental disorder. You think because somebody crazy, right? They talking to themselves because they crazy. The reason you do it is to direct your thoughts, actions, and behaviors. Man, this shit crazy. All right? The ugly truth is we use mind control every time we open our mouths to talk. We use mind control, right? We call it affirmations, right? name it to claim it, right? But the ugly truth is we use mind control every time we open our mouths to talk. While those two words, mind control, may have a grinting ring to most of our ears, right? That's why they left. It doesn't prevent it from being a fact of daily life. Many people will voluntarily deny that they use it, right? They'll tell you they'll use mind control. You crazy. I don't use no mind control. Right? The more we try to deny how we use mind control, the more ineffective we are at it. So they know how to use it on us, but we don't know how to use it on them. Like we can make these bugs go and give us all the shit that they owe us, right? But people don't believe it. They don't think that it's real. That's how it's so simple for people to be very, what they call it, fickle and pseudo, right? You trying to figure out why people so fickle these days because they mind control. And when you say something about this, they think you crazy. So let's continue. The more we try to deny how we use mind control, the more ineffective we are at it. It is, it is time to rise the phrase, right? Mind control from its improper place gutter and hold it up to examination as a simple fact of human nature, right? Because as long as we don't know what it is, they're using it on us. That means being truly honest about ourselves as well, right? It means being truly honest about ourselves as well. But like we said, people don't like the truth like you think they truly do. And that's why they'll choose being mind controlled over being truly honest about themselves while keeping our intention close to the vest, right? Right? And I have, we're going to take a break. I have a problem with that because you could tell somebody your intentions from the get go and they won't even, you know what I'm saying? Depending on what type of frequency on, it'll be hard for them to accept it, right? It'll be hard for them to accept it. And so that's why most people, they rather lie to you than tell you their true intentions from the get go. And man, we're gonna go on to the next section, man. I'm talking about, hey, this book is fire, man. It's fire. All right, let's continue. Bless. Um, some might argue that honesty is the best policy, right? Honesty is the best policy, being transparent. But we finna break it down to show you uh, how people really don't like the truth. This shit crazy. As much as that is the ideal, and few people will eagerly tell you otherwise. The opposite is usually true. The opposite is usually true, man. I was in a conversation with a close friend who expressed to me that as much as he likes and adores me, he was concerned about my tendency to withhold and obfuscate information, right? Telling me it seems to be him to be the main obstacle, right? To what he considers my success. There is no doubt that he believes what he says and that his intentions are well meaning, but reality teaches a different lesson, right? To prove it, all one has to do is to be completely honest about your intentions. Whenever you go on a first date, right? Perhaps you have vision of a what do you say, monetary in mind with your date, or perhaps your only goal is to lead your date into a unresisting expression of sexual debauchery, right? Either way, it is very unlikely that you will achieve your goals by openly stating your intention from the start, right? Why? Because everybody don't like the truth like you think they do, right? It's a crazy world we living in, right? And so, man, this shit get deeper, right? So let's continue, man. I don't want to get off subject. Truth, it seems, is a caustic, akashic, volatile chemical. When added to most human interaction, when administrated without resent, the only contained outcome is that the outcome will be uncertain, right? Because people don't like the truth when you tell them the truth. Thankfully, truth is always very malleable and relative, relatively safe, right? When cautiously administrated in diluted forms, right? Like we said, you can lie to a person, but they'll accept your fucking lie before they accept your true intentions, right? Man, think about that, family, right? The more truth I share, the more truth I speak. They don't like your fuck ass. They won't like you. But you can lie all day, and people are accept, you know what I'm saying, a diluted form of, as he say, or what we call a lie. Let's continue, man. The world is all crazy, upside down world. It is best then to be uh, judicious with your expressions, right, of true intentions and feelings until a reliable response can be determined, right? Until a reliable response can be determined. So you can't even tell most people the truth, right? Because they'll envy for you. They'll envy you for that. They'll turn into your worst enemy for that. Like I said in the experience, the spirit showed me if everybody started just telling the truth and stop telling lies, man, there'll be more chaos on this planet. So be grateful, right? Be grateful that, you know, you a truth seeker and everybody ain't on that path. People would rather, you know, listen to lies all day and be mind controlled. Crazy. Like I said, until you think the world messed up, wait till you really wake up. It is best then to be judicious with your expressions of yeah, we already read that. So in the meantime, we can look for evidence of how uh, passive mind control is our daily lives, right? Judge a man by his questions rather than his answers, right? Judge a person by their question rather than their answers. Man, and where is mind control used, right? Everywhere. Here is a list of how mind control is used in everyday life, right? Motivating a child to eagerly perform better in school. Mm. Creating obedience to a religious of a political figure, right? To a religious of political figure, creating a feeling of superiority towards one group, right? Y'all already know what that is. Motivating a prospect to buy a specific product or service. Creating panic to sell a certain stock, right? Corona. Installing trust in the authority that is speaking to you on television, the news. Creating content for the competition while establishing greater customer loyalty, right? Bringing in greater revenues, you know what that is. Bringing an attractive person into a romantic or sexual encounter, seduction, right? Selling an undervalued product for a higher price. You know what that is. Man, that's the whole country, right? What we buy now and stuff like that is really undervalued. They tax us though, more price. Talking a cop out of a track ticket, right? A traffic ticket. That's another form of it. Making a spectacular belief in psychic abilities, right? Causing someone to reevaluate their prior beliefs, right? Religions. The list goes on, right? In all of these cases, the controller clearly knows his or her outcome or objectives. It is safe to say that anytime you want something that involves motivating someone to do something, or when people do something without questioning why they are doing it, some form of mind control is involved, whether it is intentional or not, right? So we are using mind control all the time. Even the fact of having your partner take out the garbage could not happen, right? Without some form of setup, right? Conditioning and mind control. If you doubt it, ask a stranger to take out your garbage and see what kind of supplies you get, right? And so as you will learn, mind control requires thinking of a higher level than the subject of veiling the strings of control with the everyday distractions of daily life. As one seeks to control the higher levels of heresy of power, something interesting occurs. The visibility of control becomes less obvious, right, to the subject or subjects as they become more involved with their day-to-day concerns. And we're gonna cut it off right there, man. You know, gonna finish up the last, uh, the last little part on the meta human, the meta human survey. So you can, you know, see what type of person you dealing with or type of person you are, right? So let's go and get off into that one, man, and we gonna wrap it up because we almost at an hour. In your life, the Meta Human Survey, right? The best evidence we have for going beyond is that everyday people are already experiencing mental reality, right? We was talking about this on the other line. One measure of this is a 20 question survey, right? And they include mental human traits we already value highly, because they are so meaningful, as well as other traits that make life easier to cope with, such as the following, right? Compassion, resilience, uh, you know, the propensity to surrender, right? Interest in truth, lack of defensiveness, right? The capacity to tolerate cognitive dissonance, right? Having inconsistent thoughts, right? Beliefs or attitudes. Because that's why I read what we read earlier. So you can know why people so fickle and so pseudo, they change on you. Let's continue. Tolerance of emotional discomfort, right? Gratitude is one of the traits of a meta human. Low anxiety level, right? Enthusiasticity, right? Humility. These traits describe human nature liberated from secondhand social norms and conditioning, right? When you possess these qualities, you are free to reach the metahuman state of awareness, right? Your God consciousness, what they don't want you to, obtain or have access to. So, yeah, we're going to go on into these fruit questions. So, meaning a heightened state of consciousness, right? You will give yourself a total score from 20 to 100, right? Depending on what level you in, right? We'll proceed from there. So, yeah, the questions we're gonna be asking, just write them down, and from 1 to 5, depending on 1 to 5 is 1 is the lowest, you never feel this way. 2, rarely. 3 is sometimes. 4 is most of the times, and 5 all the times you feel this way. So, an inner contentment that is not contingent or dependent upon circumstances, objects, or the actions of other people, right? And so you'll answer never, rarely, sometimes, most of the time, all the time. Accepting no struggle with whatever experience I may be having, right? That's me. I'm all the time, I don't really uh I could be struggling with something and still go at it. It interest it in clearly seeing the reality of truth about myself, the world, and others rather than in feeling a particular way, right? A sense for sense that I am protecting or defending a self-image or concept I hold about myself, right? Deep love, number 5. Deep love and appreciation for everyone and everything I encounter in life, right? Let's continue to the next one. Understanding there is ultimately no separation. What I call myself in the whole of existence, right? Number 7, feeling deeply at ease wherever I am or whatever situation or circumstance I might find myself in. A sense that my actions in life are motivated by fear or mistrust, right? I know that one for sure. It's never. uh, let's continue. Number 9, conscious awareness of my non-separation from essential oneness with a transcendent reality, source, higher power, spirit, God, whatever you want to call it. Let's continue to number 10. Halfway there. Not being personally invested in or attached to my own ideas or concepts, right? We halfway there. Let's go on knock out the rest. An unwavering awareness of a stillness slash quietness, even in the midst of movement and noise. Number 12, acting without assuming a role or identity based on my own or others' expectations, right? 13, a sense of immense freedom and possibility in the moment to moment experience. I always feel that all the time, so we're going to continue to number 14. A desire to understand to be understood by others. Pardon me. Me on that, I'm like a number one. I really don't care about being understood by others, and that's okay. You know, most people want to be understood by everybody. That's not me though. Let's go to the 15th question. 15, concern or discomfort about either the past or the future, right? Um, I really don't have no concern or discomfort about either the past or the future, so I'm good on that one. 16, a sense of fear or anxiety that inhabits, you know, my actions. Never, because I don't let fear or anxiety really take over my actions, you know. It used to, right? You get to a certain level, you evolve from that. A feeling of profound aliveness and fertility, right? I always feel alive, whether this world is dying or not. I'm always feeling alive, man. Even when I'm around dead folks, I know, you know what I'm saying? When I walk in the room, I know I'm the livest one in there. 18, acting without a desire to change anybody or anything. That's me all the time because I ain't trying to change nobody. You know what I'm saying? Whether whoever they is, you know, I don't have no desire to change nobody. Like we say, I ain't here to change nobody mind, only here to share the knowledge. 19, feelings of gratitude and or open curiosity about all experiences, right? Some people so shut down, you know, on their beliefs, they mind control, they miss out on certain experiences. And 20th question, a sense of flawlessness, right? And beauty of everything and everyone just as they are. A lot of people can't say, you know, they have that feeling, right? So many people been brainwashed to think that, you know, it's okay you got flaws. It's okay, you know, the to see the beauty in everything, right? So let's go on to the next paragraph and we're gonna go and get ready to get up out of here. It's almost at an hour. Okay, evaluating your score, right? Like I said, depending on how you felt, on which questions you evaluate your score and you know where you at. So if you have never experienced any trace of meta human awareness, your score will be like 20. That's what he's saying. If you experience meta human awareness all the time though, you know what I'm saying? He say your score be 100, right? Either one would be extremely rare. The average scores are as as follows for three specific groups drawn from the community. So the the psychology graduate students normally came out with a 52, right? The psychotherapist came out normally would be at 71, and the psychotherapist self-reporting as being established as non-dual. Meta-human awareness is around 81.6, right? What does this say about people in everyday life, though? Most important, can we all develop higher consciousness here and now to find out? A research team that I was part of conducted a study on short term awakening. We got 69 volunteers, right, who were healthily adults, right, healthy adults, ranging in the age from 32 to 86, right. There was two requirements: that they would largely uh, abstain from alcohol for a week. One drink per day was allowed, right? Well, just one drink. And that they had not been on meditation or yoga retreat within the past 12 months as well. The participants were divided randomly in two groups at the Chopper Center in Charlesbad, California, which offers a spa setting. One group was told to spend the next 6 days relaxing and enjoying the spa experience. The other group underwent a Yara a Vanda based mind body program aimed at improving overall well being. This has included a special diet, vegetarian, right? A vegetarian diet. Massage, meditation, and instructions is leading in our verdict lifestyle. The approach is far reaching in that it covers emotional and spiritual well-being. We already recognize from years of offering the program known as Perfect Health. The participants would report afterward they felt healthy, less stress, right? More relaxed and generally happy and happier, right? So, man, that's about it. I'm gonna get y'all today, man. That was a lot of reading, and I appreciate everybody that did come through. Uh, y'all know how we do it, man. We always sharing the truth, man. But it's deep. Like I said, you got to get the book, man. It's so deep. So let's see what we gonna end this thing off with. I like killed that. Let's see what we gonna end this thing off with, y'all. We gonna play this one, man. Gonna play this one, and we gonna get on off it. It's been a major day, man. It's to be against the world.
telling you, man. It's like the split up, man. Tripping. Used to be against the world, baby. Be against the world. Man, that's it, family. We finna go ahead our pieces to the goddesses and the gods, right? Rising power to the ancestors, man. And you already know, to all gods known and unknown, I say, we finna get about this thing, man. Get back into some more research. Peace.